Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to look at a video of a situation which is more embarrassing to the pilot than it is dangerous. And we're talking about gear up landings. Most gear up landings I can sort of understand because there are sometimes no warnings in the cockpit that the gears are still up. This is a TB20, however, and the two pilots are highly experienced with over thousands of hours of flight experience. One of them is a CFI, a flight instructor, and there's that one little thing about a TB20 when there's gear up and full flaps set. Watch the video and you'll see what I mean. Isn't that sound so ridiculously annoying? Just listen to it again. So my question is, how can two highly experienced pilots miss out on the fact that they still have their gear up on an approach whilst there's a very annoying beeping sound? A lot of people in the comments have saying that the pilots thought that the beeping sound was an overspeed warning sound. First of all, that aircraft is tiny, way too small to have that kind of warning system. Second of all, these pilots were experienced, therefore they would know the aircraft well enough to realize there isn't such a system. And third of all, I actually listened to the conversation in the video. It is in French, but luckily I speak French, and the guy didn't say anything about thinking the alarm was an overspeed warning sound. What he said is, after they crash landed, "Oh, I thought we were going too fast."
Ça va vite.
This worries me because even if, let's forget the fact that they didn't know the gear wasn't down, they had a very, very steep approach, which is okay. It's quite common in France because we're actually surrounded by villages around small airports, and the only way to land is with a steep approach, otherwise you'll overfly cities and towns, and they're not that keen on that in France. They're very, very strict about it, a lot stricter than most countries. But if you're too high with too high a speed, irrelevant to whether you have gear up or not, you should probably go around. And I'd like to know why these pilots didn't go around. They obviously didn't go through a checklist. I looked up the checklist of the TB20, and I saw that in a lot of them, the gear is mentioned 3 times in the checklists that involve approach and final. Once when they actually put the gear down, once when they're on final, and then the gumps at the end of the final approach checklist. Therefore, it's quite clear that they didn't use a checklist, and they have no excuse for that. It doesn't matter that they're experienced, checklists are there for a reason. They reduce your workload and they make sure you don't forget anything. And in this case, they forgot something. Okay, well, that was my opinion. Tell me yours. So, please subscribe and check out my blog, the Web Pilots blog, where I just talk about stuff to do with aviation, just in the link below. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and leave a video response. You can even send a private message, all to give your personal opinion, because we want you to hear it. Thank you very much, and have a good flight.